What's going on? We back. Goodfellas Sports TV. Happy Turkey Day to all the brothers and sisters out there. Make sure you're safe tonight. Don't drink and drive or get you a place to crash or get you a Lyft or an Uber. Definitely appreciate everybody for checking in. Make sure you smash the subscribe button, bell icon button. Won't miss a video, a live stream from your boy. But Tekashi69, it's been a very interesting story to me. And I'm going to talk about a couple developments that came up. And one major one, and I'll put an article link in the description for both of them. And one major one is that Tekashi69 has been transferred to a new facility used for witnesses who cut a deal. His lawyer, Lazararo, excuse me, I can't pronounce his name, said he would not comment whether, his client was trying to cut a deal in return for spilling beans on others in his racketeering case. He said he only told TMZ that the transfer was for security reasons. And one of the security reasons they did was because Tekashi69 did not want to be in the same cell block as the Bloods and the Crips. Okay? That's they saying that, and, he wouldn't comment if they was cutting the deal. So he had a week left in that Brooklyn prison. A week left. Well, not going to say a week left, but, a week till he heard his appeal in court. They went to the Court of Appeals instead of, the bail hearing this past Wednesday. So he didn't want to be in the general population with Crips and Bloods. And I thought he was a Blood, but we'll get into that in a minute. And, and that's crazy, man. And then this is the other joint, man. This the other joint. Tekashi69 lawyer came out and said that all the guns and all the Gangster act, and it was just to sell a brand. It was just to promote his music, that Tekashi69 is not a real gangster. It ain't like that ain't what we thought. We already knew he wasn't no real gangster. We already knew he was a studio gangster, and it's been plenty of studio gangsters throughout the test of time in rap. It's been plenty of studio gangsters, so it ain't nothing new, but, he sold it so hard, man. He sold like with the guns and this incident at the Barclays Center, and, and it seemed like this cat came out of nowhere. Like out of nowhere he came out of, I'm like, damn, where this guy come from? He just popped up with rainbow hair, and I said, that's what gangster is these days? This was what New York is representing? All the New York rappers I looked up from, my mom, she's from the Bronx. The majority of my family come from the Bronx. And, all I looked up from was, Big Pun, Big L, Nas, Jay. Even you look at a guy like Fifth, some of them dudes, man, Jay, all these dudes, man. And this dude is saying he the king of New York. And I know Jay-Z and Nas just laughing. But at the end of the day, New Yorkers ain't gonna tear, in the rap game, they ain't gonna tear each other down, unless you get the 50 and Ja thing. And Fat Joe tried to give him some uplifting words, but, that's what, that's the perception that you kick, and you get that in jail a lot. When these rappers go to jail, they go in there and say, oh, I was just acting, I'm just, selling my brand, and this is what I'm doing. And in this case, it's a fact. It's a fact. We already knew Tekashi69, was not a gangster. He was not a thug, where the court take that into consideration, maybe, but it sounded like he snitched, and everybody knew he was gonna snitch. Now he moving to a federal facility that's for people that cooperate with the feds. So what that mean? He telling, and they moved him, because they already knew he was fooled. They wasn't gonna have no witness. Only reason he was named in this indictment, let's keep it real, man. Let's put it on the flow. Only reason he was named in this indictment was to bring down Treyway. The whole operation. You know what I'm saying? Treyway had the clout in the streets. They had the money to back Tekashi69 to make him seem like he was real and provide the protection and all the facade. They was living what he was rapping about. And that's happened in rap plenty of times, man. Going to Ice Cube, writing Boys in the Hood about Eazy-E life. Ice Cube wasn't no dude named O'Shea, wasn't in these streets doing that. He admits to it. You know what I'm saying? They just, Treyway provided him the clout and the push and the backing, to make it seem like he was gangster. And he didn't witness all these acts. He probably was witnessing guys, getting their cap pulled back, and throwing up in the toilet. He probably was like Kane. I ain't killing no women or children. You know what I'm saying? That's probably what Tekashi69 was like, bro. You know, he couldn't survive in that world. They probably was showing him stuff. He probably was throwing up and crying, and you know what I'm saying? And you know he not built for that, man. We know this about the cat, man. You know, and now everybody had the expectations for him to snitch. You know, he probably had a Jody situation with Melvin when he smoked Snoop. You know what I'm saying? And Shotty came in and took the gun from Tekashi. Did you do it? I couldn't do it. And Jody did it, but he couldn't do it. Well, actually, Omar Gooden, Jr. smoked him. Well, yeah, man, I'm telling you, they said this dude was video recording, them doing robberies and stuff. So he already did some. They squeezed him enough. That's why they came to him and tried to pick him up and say, okay, come with us. We're going to provide you protection. But is it fair game that they said they was about to violate him, which is mean they was going to kill him? So is it fair game for that? But he gonna have to live with his head on the swivel for the rest of his life. It'll never be the same. He got to live with it. He gonna snitch. Okay, he snitched. They find out he snitched. Ain't nobody surprised. Also, he beef with dudes out in Cali. Also, he scared of the Bloods. I thought he was a Blood, even though we know it was a facade. Scared of the Crips. Can't go out to California. Them Chicago boys looking for him. He got enemies around the board. He gonna have to live on a farm or something in Idaho. You know what I'm saying? He gonna have to go somewhere, Wyoming. He can't go to Vermont and Delaware, Massachusetts, all up there. Nah, man, too close. This dude is not going to be along here pretty too much longer if he don't move the right way. I think his career is pretty much over with, to be honest. Because he gonna be touring these cities and people gonna be trying to take his head off his shoulders. You know what I'm saying? And all the protection in the world. You can walk around like you Floyd, little 5'5" guy with 1,000 bodyguards. You can do that. But somebody can't be with you 24/7, and don't nobody want to live like that. He don't understand the bed that he's made. He don't understand that. And he probably understands it now. Let me say that. He probably understands it now. The way he moving. Now New York is probably going to disown him. But in this generation of the hip-hop culture, being a snitch and all that and being nerdy is fashionable. It's cool. So maybe they will accept him back in New York, but it'll never be the same. It'll never be the same. He might want to go move to Europe and be the king of Europe. Because, you know what I'm saying? It's tough, man. It's tough. And Ebro was saying that the police said that they didn't expect him to be alive, or they expect him to be in jail or dead by the end of this year. And pretty much, he in jail. And then he not even that type of kid. If you look at all his old photos and him being a schoolboy and stuff of that nature, man, that's not even him. And that's when they bring up his character, that's what they're going to bring up. Him giving out sandwiches in Chicago, him, being a regular kid and having a family. He just did this for money and he just got in too deep. This some CB4 type ish, bro. The real Gusto coming back. This some CB4 type stuff. He gonna be talking, I'm just Albert. You know what I'm saying? This is the real CB4, dog. This dude is real CB4, man. For all y'all young dogs that don't know CB4, go check out the movie. You know what I'm saying? Alan Payne, Chris Rock. It's about a rap group that was studio gangsters. Long story short, very funny movie, man. But like I say, man, praying for the whole situation, man. Hopefully, this gets situated out. But he in the federal witness, man, protection, man. But he in the federal facility that's for people who work with the feds. He about to be eating turkey and dressing and Red Lobster biscuits, and he about to be eating all types of stuff. He went from almost getting his salad tossed, if he didn't get it tossed in there, to eating a tossed salad up in the federal penitentiary, feeding birds bread outside of the walls and stuff. But Goodfellas Sports TV, I appreciate all you guys coming through. Don't forget, we on Facebook, we on Twitter. Also, like the Facebook group. Want to make a donation to the channel? That link's in the description as well. Want to know where the instrumental came from? That link's in the description as well. Also, can reach out to me, email, DM me on Facebook or Twitter, or add me on Twitter if you got questions, video requests, business inquiries. Y'all know what the business is. We gone.